Good morning and fabulous Friday to you. Cup of Glow. I've got my little Wise Owl cup that I'm drinking from this morning. One, because it's one of my favorite cups, and two, to remind us to use wisdom. And you'll find out why. I'm thinking it's a beautiful day. It's hard to see because of all the smoke. And that is where the wisdom comes in today. And our card is going to focus a little bit on that too. So let's just jump right into it. Focus on divine and perfect health. I thought I'd use Michael, the Michael deck, Archangel Michael deck from Doring Virtue today. I felt like with all that's going on, with the fires around us, burning up around us, and our skies are so thick and full that I thought, we need extra protection. And so I thought I would use the Michael deck today. And the card that I pulled, it's just ironic that I pulled this card because I was just complaining of a fast and furious, not fast and furious, a furious and forever ongoing headache, because sometimes those are the things that can happen when you're in a lot of smoke or a lot of pollution. And that was my wise information to be passed on today, is please be mindful of yourself and those others around you and their health. Be watchful for those who might have asthmatic problems, the elderly, the young. Heavy smoke can affect those. But this card also gives us a suggestion that kind of gives us a different approach to this situation. And what Michael is telling us here is God and Archangel Michael thank you for continuously reminding you to focus on perfect health. Focus on perfect health, and for guiding your actions so that they will support well-being. Okay, guiding your actions, taking precautions, doing things, the smart things that will be helpful. But let me read a little bit more about this, because this really supports my belief system. But what's really interesting is when we're faced with a tragedy or an accident or some ill will, something out of the norm for us, we can default back to habitual conditioning, ways of others. It's just funny how we can just automatically click into this different way of being. Well, Michael here says that the key to good health is to focus upon your well-being instead of sickness or injury. So if you have a headache and it might be getting progressively worse, it's not ignore it. He's not saying ignore it or pretend that it doesn't exist. Or if your lungs are getting full, don't pretend that they're not getting full, but focusing on your well-being instead of your weakness. You drew this card as a reminder to stay centered on your desires and not your fears. Bodies react instantly. Okay, this is the key here, and this is something I learned. I love that it's in a card. The information is here in a card. I learned this at school in my health courses. Your body reacts instantly to love and fear. So choose the former of the situation. What that means is, if you're in fear, you have this fight or flight mode that your body automatically responds to. And we will either go into adrenaline will be called upon, which can create stress on the body, but it ups its ante to take care of whatever is going on. It also puts a strain on your body. It helps you to do things like move faster, think faster, protect something, be numb to something. But it is a natural built-in thing to protect our bodies. And a long time ago, years and years ago, when it was feast or famine, whenever hunter-gatherer people lived on the earth, and survival was the name of the game, and they had to go hunt their food and gather what their needs for the day is in order to survive. This natural body instinct was often something that they used because it was a matter of life and death. Well, in our society today, we still have everybody's body is programmed to be that way, but we don't have the need. Like, we're not looking for our food, hunting it down. Well, some of us are, but, in general, we go to the store, we drive to work. Just, it's quite an easy life compared to what it used to be. So we don't have that need. But sometimes when we have situations like accidents or fires or earthquakes or tidal waves or tsunamis or whatever, volcanoes, our bodies can go into this fight or flight mode to protect ourselves, to put us into a situation where we're thinking quickly, moving quickly. But if we're there for very long or too long, we can get hyper extended in those areas and we can become ill. It can make our bodies ill. Too much stress on the organs, too much stress on the mind, trying and fighting to, put a defense up for these situations. So Michael is telling us here, the brain registers a thought. It does not have an attitude or a personality. It has just got a function like a computer. If you hit the key for shift, it shifts. If you hit return. If you hit a number, the number displays. So when you say, I'm sick, your body hears the word, your mind hears the words, and it then says, we're sick. It provides the response. What responses are you giving to your body? Now, I will tell you the responses I gave already this morning, and maybe yours were similar. I woke up feeling kind of nauseated. Well, not kind of, very, very, very intense headache. And, we've all been in this really intense smoke, and we need to pay attention to that. But by talking about it, expounding on it, just tells our body, I have a fill in the blank. Okay, I'm going to try not to say it. I feel, okay, so what your body does is it brings it on. The brain responds to love or fear. What if we responded a little bit differently? Now, the circumstances are what they are, and we need to use wisdom. But what if we just thought, oh, I'm so grateful that this smoke doesn't affect me? What if we said that? And our bodies just said, the smoke doesn't affect me. Okay, do you see the thing that's going on here? I'm so glad I don't get headaches when I'm in heavy smoke. The body responds to the command. So let's just have an experiment today. Let's respond differently. Let's respond out of love instead out of fear. Because what we put out is what comes back. Now, I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying, and stupid was a bad word, but I'm not saying be unwise. Use wisdom. If you have tendency to have asthma conditions, be careful to be outside a lot. If you need to wear a mask, do so, but let your thoughts and words rule the day. Okay? Focus on having perfect health, not being affected. Okay, let me just read a little bit more. Bodies react instantly to love or fear, so choose the former of the situation, which is love. Pour genuine affection and blessings into every cell. Imagine when you get up and meditate this morning that pure gold, pure love, pure light is pouring into every cell, repairing whatever issue happened from the day before or from the night. Visualize and expect perfect health for yourself and others. Speak of yourself and loved ones in terms of perfect health. I don't ever get affected by heavy smoke. I don't ever have a problem with my lungs. I recover quickly from situations and affirm that all is well. I thought that was such a great card to pull because it was in my face this very morning. I complained, moaned, groaned, rubbed my head, took some Excedrin, happy to get my glow, and then I pulled the card and said, oh, in my face. It's true. I have practiced these things before, so I can tell you that they work. I know the functioning of the body. I've learned the different responses, and they are, in truth, actual if we can make them a habit. Now, of course, I'm not offering to not be wise. Like you see a semi going down the road and you don't step in front of it and say, I'm invisible. That's not wisdom. But, your response might be, I'm alert. I know when to move. I know when to not move. I have clean lungs. Smoke doesn't affect me. I process the environment well. I move healthily in everyday living. Today, I feel great, perfect, tapped in, turned on, all of the above. Choose those really wonderful words. I mean, just talking here for these few minutes that I've been chatting about using better words and saying them, I actually feel better. This thing that was running across the base of my neck and forehead, I'm not going to say it, actually isn't there right now. And it's amazing how the body responds to what we give it. So today, on this fabulous Friday, focus on divine and perfect health. Imagine yourself feeling wonderful, fantastic, full of energy, and fearless. I think that's a great choice, don't you? Cup of glow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.